First contact. The sleek, silver craft sliced through Earth's atmosphere, its heat shields glowing faintly in the pre-dawn light. Inside, Zara, lead xenobiologist of the Galactic Science Council, felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation course through her 3 hearts. Her iridescent scales shimmered with anticipation as she prepared for landfall on this primitive yet fascinating world. Earth. A planet teeming with life, yet isolated from the galactic community. Humans, a species barely out of their planetary cradle, had caught the attention of the Council for one simple, astounding reason: their cellular structure. Preliminary scans had revealed a level of complexity and adaptability unlike anything seen in the known universe. As the craft touched down in a remote forest clearing, Zara activated her holographic disguise. Her tall, willowy form shimmered and transformed into that of an average human female. She had spent years studying Earth's cultures, languages, and social norms in preparation for this moment. Now, it was time to put that knowledge to the test. Stepping out of the craft, Zara took her first breath of Earth air. The richness of oxygen, the scent of organic matter, the sheer vitality of the planet overwhelmed her senses. She stood still for a moment, allowing her systems to adjust to the new environment. Atmospheric composition within acceptable parameters, she murmured, her voice sounding strange to her own ears as it passed through the vocal cords of her human disguise. Commencing Phase 1 of Operation Cellular Symphony. Zara's mission was clear: infiltrate human society, gain access to their most advanced research facilities, and uncover the secrets of their unique biology. The Council believed that understanding human cellular adaptability could revolutionize medicine across the galaxy. But more than that, there was a growing concern among some Council members that humans, if left unchecked, could become a formidable force in the cosmos. As she made her way towards the nearest human settlement, Zara couldn't help but marvel at the diversity of life around her. Every step brought new discoveries: insects buzzing in complex patterns, plants reaching towards the sun with an almost sentient determination, mammals scurrying through the underbrush with a vitality that seemed to defy the laws of thermodynamics. The first human settlement Zara encountered was a small town on the outskirts of a larger city. She had chosen this location carefully, believing it would offer easier access to human society without the overwhelming complexity of a metropolis. As she walked down the main street, her enhanced senses catalogued every detail: the varied architecture, the intricate social dance of humans going about their daily lives, the cacophony of sounds and smells that assaulted her perception. A group of young humans passed by, laughing and joking among themselves. Zara focused on their cellular activity, marveling at the constant flux and adaptation happening at a microscopic level. Even in this state of apparent relaxation, their bodies were a hive of activity, responding to stimuli, fighting off potential threats, and maintaining a delicate balance that defied easy explanation. "Fascinating," Zara whispered, earning a strange look from a passerby. She quickly schooled her features into what she hoped was a neutral expression and continued her observations. Over the next few days, Zara immersed herself in human society, using her cover identity as a visiting researcher to gain access to local scientific facilities. She was careful to maintain her disguise, but couldn't help but be drawn into conversations with the humans she encountered. Their curiosity, their drive to understand the world around them, resonated with her own scientific mindset. It was during one such conversation with Dr. Emily Chen, a leading cellular biologist at the local university, that Zara had her first breakthrough. They were discussing recent advancements in understanding human immune responses when Dr. Chen mentioned an anomaly in her recent experiments. "It's the strangest thing," Dr. Chen said, her eyes alight with scientific curiosity. "The cells are adapting to stimuli we've never seen before. It's as if they're anticipating threats that don't even exist yet." Zara's heart raced. This was exactly the kind of phenomenon she had been sent to investigate. "That sounds incredibly interesting," she said, trying to keep her voice level. "Would you mind showing me your data?" As Dr. Chen pulled up her research on a holographic display, Zara's mind whirled with the implications. The human cells weren't just adapting, they were evolving at a rate that should have been impossible. It was as if each cell contained the collective survival instinct of the entire species, driving it to overcome any obstacle. Have you considered the possibility that this adaptability might extend beyond the immune system? Zara asked, careful not to reveal too much of her own knowledge. Dr. Chen's eyes widened. I hadn't, but now that you mention it. She trailed off, lost in thought for a moment before snapping back to attention. Would you be interested in collaborating on this research? We could use someone with your fresh perspective. Zara hesitated. Collaboration wasn't part of her mission parameters, but the opportunity to gain deeper access to human research was too good to pass up. I would be honored, she said, sealing a partnership that would change the course of her mission, and potentially the fate of 2 species. As the days turned into weeks, Zara found herself increasingly drawn into the world of human scientific discovery. She worked alongside Dr. Chen and her team, marveling at their ingenuity and determination. The humans might lack the advanced technology of her own species, but they made up for it with sheer creativity and an unwavering belief in their ability to uncover the secrets of the universe. But as Zara delved deeper into human cellular mysteries, she couldn't shake a growing sense of unease. The adaptability she was witnessing wasn't just extraordinary, it was almost impossible. According to everything she knew about galactic biology, the human cellular structure shouldn't have been able to evolve this way. It was as if some external force had intervened, guiding human evolution towards this improbable outcome. Late one night, as she pored over the latest data in her private lab aboard her cloaked ship, Zara made a startling discovery. Hidden within the human genetic code was a pattern, a sequence that seemed to defy random chance. It was subtle, easily missed by less advanced technology, but to Zara's trained eye, it was unmistakable. This can't be, she muttered, running the analysis again and again. But each time, the result was the same. The humans hadn't evolved naturally. Someone or something had engineered them. As the implications of this discovery sank in, Zara felt the weight of her mission grow exponentially. She had come to study an intriguing biological anomaly, but she had stumbled upon a mystery that could shake the foundations of the galactic order. Who had created the humans? Why? And most importantly, what would happen when the rest of the galaxy discovered the truth? Zara knew she should report her findings to the Council immediately. But as she prepared to send the transmission, she hesitated. In the short time she had spent among humans, she had come to admire their resilience, their curiosity, that unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. If the Council learned the truth, would they see the humans as a threat to be neutralized? Or worse, as a resource to be exploited? With a heavy heart, Zara made a decision that would alter the course of her life and potentially the fate of 2 civilizations. She encrypted her findings, hiding them deep within her ship's computer core. Until she understood the full implications of what she had discovered, she would keep this secret. As the first rays of sunlight crept over the horizon, Zara stepped out of her ship, once again donning her human disguise. She looked out over the awakening human city, feeling a newfound sense of purpose. She had come to this planet as an observer, a detached scientist studying a curious phenomenon. But now she realized she had become something more. She was a protector, a guardian of a secret that could reshape the galaxy. With determined steps, Zara made her way back to the research facility. Today, she would continue her work alongside Dr. Chen and the other human scientists. But now, every interaction, every discovery would be colored by the knowledge she carried. As she entered the lab, greeted by the smiling faces of her human colleagues, Zara made a silent vow. She would uncover the truth behind human origins, and in doing so, she would fight to protect this remarkable species from whatever forces had set them on this extraordinary path. The cellular symphony of humanity was just beginning, and Zara found herself not just an observer, but a reluctant conductor in a cosmic opera whose final act was yet to be written. The Quantum Conundrum. The lab hummed with an electric tension as Dr. Emily Chen peered into the quantum microscope, her breath catching in her throat. Beside her, Zara stood perfectly still, her holographic disguise masking the rapid beating of her 3 hearts. This can't be right," Emily muttered, adjusting the controls with trembling hands. "Zara, you need to see this." As Zara leaned in to observe, her alien eyes widened behind their human facade. The human cells they were studying weren't just adapting. They were quantum entangling with their environment in ways that defied the laws of physics as she understood them. "It's as if each cell is connected to every other cell in the body," Emily said, her voice filled with awe. "No, not just the body. It's like they're connected to everything." Zara's mind raced. This discovery went beyond anything she had anticipated. The implications were staggering. If human cells could maintain quantum coherence at body temperature, it would explain their incredible adaptability. But it also raised a terrifying question. What if this connection extended beyond the individual? What if all of humanity was, on some level, a single quantum-entangled superorganism? "We need to run more tests," Zara said, struggling to keep her voice steady. "This could change everything we know about biology, physics, reality itself." As they dove deeper into their research, the outside world faded away. Days blurred into nights, fueled by caffeine and the intoxicating thrill of discovery. They were on the verge of something monumental, something that could rewrite the textbooks of a dozen scientific disciplines. But with each new revelation came new dangers. Zara knew that if word of their discoveries got out, it would attract attention from forces far beyond the scope of human understanding. The galactic community would see humanity as a threat, a potential weapon to be controlled or eliminated. One evening, as they were reviewing their latest data, an alert blared through the lab. Emily rushed to her computer, her face paling as she read the incoming message. "We've been hacked," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Someone's been monitoring our research. They're calling it Project Prometheus." Zara felt a chill run down her spine. The name was apt. They were indeed playing with fire, and the consequences could burn not just them, but all of humanity. "We need to protect this information," Zara said, her mind already formulating plans. "If it falls into the wrong hands." Her words were cut short by the sound of shattering glass. Black-clad figures poured into the lab, their faces hidden behind opaque visors. Emily screamed as one of them grabbed her, but Zara was already in motion. With inhuman speed, she disabled 2 of the intruders before they could react. Her holographic disguise flickered and failed, revealing her true alien form. Emily's eyes widened in shock, but there was no time for explanations. "Trust me," Zara said, extending a hand to the stunned scientist. "We need to go, now." As they fled the lab, alarms blaring in their wake, Zara's mind raced with possibilities. Who were these attackers? Human government agents? Corporate spies? Or something far worse, had her own people discovered her betrayal? They reached Zara's hidden ship just as the sound of pursuit grew near. As the engines roared to life, Emily turned to Zara, her face a mix of fear and wonder. What are you?" she asked. Zara met her gaze, knowing that the next few moments would determine the course of their relationship, and possibly the fate of 2 civilizations. "I am a friend," she said simply. "And right now, I may be humanity's only hope." As the ship lifted off, cloaking itself from human detection systems, Zara knew they were embarking on a journey from which there was no return. The secrets they carried could unlock the true potential of humanity, or lead to its utter destruction. In the days that followed, Zara and Emily found themselves on a whirlwind adventure that took them from the hidden corners of Earth to the farthest reaches of the solar system. They sought out ancient artifacts, decoded cryptic messages left by long-dead civilizations, and pieced together a cosmic puzzle that spanned millennia. Their research led them to a startling conclusion. Humanity's quantum nature wasn't an accident of evolution. It was a gift, bestowed upon them by an ancient race known as the Precursors. These beings had seeded the galaxy with life, guiding the evolution of countless species. But in humans, they had seen something special, a potential that, if realized, could change the very fabric of the universe. As Zara and Emily delved deeper into the mystery of human origins, they uncovered a network of hidden bases and advanced technology left behind by the Precursors. Each discovery brought new wonders and new dangers. They learned to harness the quantum nature of human cells, developing technologies that bordered on the miraculous. Wounds healed in seconds, diseases vanished with a thought, and the boundaries between mind and matter began to blur. But with each step forward, the forces arrayed against them grew stronger. The Galactic Council, fearing the potential of an unleashed humanity, sent fleets to quarantine Earth. Various human factions, each seeking to control the power of Project Prometheus for themselves, hunted Zara and Emily across the globe. In a hidden precursor base beneath the Martian surface, Zara and Emily made their final stand. As enemy ships descended from the sky and human troops stormed the ancient facility, they worked feverishly to unlock the last secrets of the precursor legacy. "It's done," Emily said, her voice filled with a mixture of exhaustion and triumph. She held up a small, pulsing crystal, the key to humanity's true potential. Zara nodded, her alien features set in grim determination. "Now we give humanity a choice, to remain as they are, or to take the next step in their evolution." As the doors of the facility burst open, Zara and Emily stood side by side, alien and human united in a common cause. The crystal pulsed between them, its light growing brighter with each passing second. In that moment, as two civilizations teetered on the brink of conflict, a new future was born. Humanity, armed with the knowledge of their true nature and the legacy of the precursors, would take their first steps onto the galactic stage, not as conquerors or victims, but as guardians of a power that could reshape reality itself. The saga of Project Prometheus had only just begun, and the universe would never be the same. The multiverse nexus. The crystal pulsed with an otherworldly light, its facets reflecting infinite possibilities. Zara and Emily stood transfixed, their faces bathed in its ethereal glow. The Martian base trembled around them, dust raining from ancient ceilings as enemy forces closed in. "It's not just a key," Emily whispered, her eyes wide with realization. "It's a bridge." Zara nodded, her alien features set in a mask of concentration. A bridge between realities. The precursors didn't just uplift humanity, they made you the guardians of the multiverse. As if responding to their words, the crystal flared brightly. Reality itself seemed to bend and warp around them. The approaching sounds of battle faded, replaced by a cosmic hum that resonated in their very atoms. In a blinding flash, Zara and Emily found themselves elsewhere. Gone was the Martian base, replaced by a vast, shimmering expanse that defied description. Streams of data flowed around them like rivers of light, each one a window into another reality. The multiverse nexus, Zara breathed, her scientific mind struggling to comprehend the impossibility before them. A place where all possible timelines converge. Emily reached out, her fingers brushing against one of the data streams. Instantly, her mind was flooded with visions. A Earth where dinosaurs never went extinct, a timeline where humans had already colonized the stars, a reality where the laws of physics operated in reverse. "This is incredible," she gasped, withdrawing her hand. "With this, we could solve every problem humanity has ever faced. We could end disease, hunger, war, or cause untold devastation," Zara cautioned, her three hearts heavy with the weight of this discovery. "Imagine if those who were chasing us got their hands on this power. They could reshape reality to their whim, erasing entire civilizations with a thought." As they spoke, the crystal began to change. It grew, expanding into a complex, fractal structure that surrounded them. Within its facets, they could see reflections of themselves, not just as they were, but as they could be. Every decision, every possible path their lives could take, laid out before them. "I don't think this is just about humanity anymore," Emily said slowly, her scientist's mind racing with implications. "The precursors. I think they were preparing for something big." Zara nodded grimly. "A threat to the entire multiverse. Something so catastrophic that they needed to create guardians who could manipulate the very fabric of reality." As if in response to their realization, a new vision appeared in the crystal structure around them. They saw a vast, all-consuming darkness spreading across realities like a cancer. Entire universes winked out of existence in its wake. "The void," Zara whispered, the name coming to her as if from some deep racial memory. "The antithesis of existence itself." Emily's face set in determination, and we're the only ones who can stop it. But even as they grappled with this cosmic revelation, they became aware of a new presence in the Nexus. The forces that had been pursuing them, both human and alien, had somehow followed them into this impossible space. "We can't let them have this power," Emily said, her voice tight with urgency. Zara nodded, her alien biology adapting to the strange environment of the Nexus. "We need to distribute it, not to governments or organizations, but to humanity itself." Understanding dawned in Emily's eyes. A neural network spanning the entire human race, each person a node, collectively wielding the power to safeguard reality. As their pursuers closed in, Zara and Emily worked frantically, using the crystal's power to forge a connection with every human mind on Earth. The process was dangerous, risking their own sanity as they opened themselves up to the thoughts and experiences of billions. In that moment, as two individuals took on the consciousness of an entire species, something miraculous happened. The collective human mind, augmented by the precursor's gift, began to evolve at an exponential rate. Barriers of language, culture, and ideology melted away, replaced by a unified purpose, the protection of all existence. The void, sensing the awakening of its ancient enemy, redoubled its assault on reality. In the space between moments, an epic battle unfolded. Human consciousness, guided by Zara's alien wisdom and Emily's scientific brilliance, wielded the power of the multiverse nexus to hold the line against oblivion. Countless realities hung in the balance as humanity fought not just for its own survival, but for the very concept of existence itself. The void consumed entire timelines, but for each one lost, humanity's collective will forge a dozen new possibilities. In the heart of the Nexus, Zara and Emily stood as the focal point of this cosmic struggle. Their bodies strained under the pressure of channeling such vast energies, but their spirits soared with a unity of purpose they shared with all of humanity. "We're doing it," Emily gasped, her physical form beginning to dissolve into pure energy. "We're pushing it back." Zara, her alien biology adapting in ways she had never thought possible, nodded. "But at what cost? We're changing the very nature of what it means to be human." As the battle reached its crescendo, a new possibility emerged. The crystal structure around them began to pulse with a rhythm that matched the collective heartbeat of humanity. It was no longer just a tool or a weapon. It had become a living extension of human consciousness. With a final, reality-shaking pulse, the void was forced back, not destroyed, for one cannot destroy the absence of existence, but contained, held at bay by the united will of a species that had transcended its physical limitations. As the cosmic dust settled, Zara and Emily found themselves once again in physical form, standing on an Earth that was both familiar and profoundly changed. The humans around them moved with a new purpose, their eyes alight with the knowledge of their true nature and cosmic responsibility. "We've changed everything," Emily said softly, looking out over a world that had been irrevocably transformed. Zara nodded, her alien features softening with a very human emotion: hope. "We've given humanity the tools to forge its own destiny, to be not just the guardians of Earth, but of all possible realities." As they stood there, watching the dawn of a new era for humanity, both Zara and Emily knew that their journey was far from over. The void may have been contained, but other threats lurked in the vast expanse of the multiverse. Humanity, newly awakened to its true potential, would face challenges and wonders beyond imagination. But they would face them together, a species united in purpose, with the power of infinite realities at their fingertips. The era of cosmic humanity had begun, and the universe would never be the same. The quantum singularity paradox. The world had changed, but the sky remained the same. Zora and Emily stood atop a skyscraper in Neo-Tokyo, watching as streams of quantum-powered vehicles wove through the air like schools of bioluminescent fish. Humanity had embraced its new role as multiversal guardians with a fervor that surprised even them. "It's beautiful," Emily said, her eyes reflecting the kaleidoscope of lights below. "But something feels off." Zora nodded, her alien senses picking up disturbances in the quantum field that permeated reality. "The multiverse is unstable. Our actions have had unintended consequences." As if on cue, a shimmering portal opened beside them. Through it stepped a figure that made both Zora and Emily gasp. It was Emily, but older, battle-worn, her eyes glowing with barely contained cosmic energy. "We don't have much time," the future Emily said, her voice echoing with the weight of countless realities. "The quantum singularity is forming." Zora's 3 hearts raced. Impossible. The theories were just speculation. "What's a quantum singularity?" the present Emily asked, looking between her future self and Zora. "A point where all possible timelines converge," Zora explained, her voice tight with concern. "If it forms, it could collapse the entire multiverse into a single predetermined reality." "Exactly," future Emily confirmed. "And it's happening because of us." Our distribution of the precursor's power across humanity had an unforeseen effect. As humans began to consciously manipulate reality, they started gravitating towards what they perceived as the best possible future. Creating a feedback loop, present Emily realized, her scientific mind racing. As more people shape reality towards the same outcome, the more likely that outcome becomes across all realities, future Emily finished. With accidentally strangling the multiverse, collapsing infinite possibilities into a single point. Zora's alien features setting grim determination. Then we need to introduce more chaos into the system, increase entropy to counteract the singularity's formation. Future Emily shook her head. "It's not that simple. The void is taking advantage of the instability. It's found a way to infect the human collective consciousness. Every attempt we've made to disrupt the singularity has only made things worse." As they spoke, the sky above Neo-Tokyo began to ripple, reality itself seeming to warp and twist. In the distance, skyscrapers flickered in and out of existence, their forms shifting between different architectural styles as timelines blurred into each other. "We're running out of time," future Emily urged. "There's only one way to stop this, but it requires a sacrifice." Present Emily met her future self's gaze, understanding dawning in her eyes. "We need to remove the source of the instability. Ourselves." Zora looked between the 2 Emilys, her alien mind struggling to process the implications. "But you're the linchpin of humanity's connection to the precursor's power. Without you, humanity will have to find its own path," future Emily said softly. "It's the only way to preserve free will across the multiverse." As the 3 stood there, grappling with the weight of their decision, a new presence made itself known. The air shimmered, and a figure of pure energy appeared before them, a precursor, its form shifting constantly as if it existed in all possible states simultaneously. "You have done well, Guardians," the precursor's voice resonated in their minds. "But your task is not yet complete. The true test of humanity's worth is at hand." The being waved its hand, and suddenly they were no longer in Neo-Tokyo. They stood in a vast, abstract space, surrounded by swirling equations and pulsing quantum fields. The quantum singularity loomed before them, a pitch-black sphere that seemed to devour light and possibility. "This is the nexus of causality," the precursor explained, "the point where all decisions, all possibilities, converge. You must make a choice that will reshape the very nature of existence. Zara, present Emily, and future Emily exchanged glances, the weight of entire realities pressing down upon them. What are our options? Zara asked, her scientific curiosity warring with her fear of the consequences. The precursor's form flickered, showing glimpses of countless alternate realities. You can allow the singularity to form, collapsing all of existence into a single perfect timeline. Entropy will cease, and with it all suffering and chaos. But also all free will, present Emily interjected, all possibility for growth and change. The precursor nodded. The alternative is to shatter the singularity, but doing so will fracture the multiverse. Reality itself will break into infinite shards, each one a pocket universe cut off from the others. Humanity's collective consciousness will be sundered, isolating us from each other, but preserving free will and the potential for diverse futures, future Emily mused. There is a third option, the precursor continued. One of you can merge with the singularity, becoming a living bridge between all realities. You would preserve the multiverse, but at the cost of your individual existence. You would become everything and nothing, the observer and the observed. The choice hung before them, each option fraught with cosmic consequences. Zara, the alien scientist who had come to love humanity. Emily, the woman whose brilliance had unlocked the secrets of the universe. And future Emily, tempered by years of guarding reality itself. As they stood on the precipice of a decision that would reshape existence itself, each of them grappled with the implications. The fate of not just humanity, but all possible realities, rested on their shoulders. In that moment, as the quantum singularity pulsed ominously before them, Zara, Emily, and future Emily realized that their journey had led them to this point for a reason. They were no longer just individuals, but representatives of the best of their species, curiosity, courage, and the will to face the unknown. With a shared glance of understanding, they stepped forward, ready to make a choice that would echo across infinity. The true nature of humanity, with all its flaws and all its potential, was about to be put to the ultimate test. The anthropic revolution, the nexus of causality pulsed with infinite possibilities, each one a thread in the grand tapestry of existence. Zara, Emily, and future Emily stood at the precipice of a decision that would reshape the very fabric of reality. The quantum singularity loomed before them, a void that threatened to consume all of creation. Wait, Zara said, her alien mind racing with a sudden realization. We're approaching this all wrong. We're thinking in linear terms, but reality isn't linear. It's fractal. Both Emilys finished in unison, their eyes widening with understanding. The precursor's energy form shimmered, a hint of approval in its ever-shifting visage. You begin to see the true nature of existence. Continue. Emily stepped forward, her hands moving as if manipulating an invisible interface. If reality is fractal, then every decision, every possibility, isn't just a branch. It's a whole new level of complexity. We're not choosing between three options. We're choosing the fundamental nature of choice itself. Future Emily nodded, her cosmic-infused eyes gleaming. We've been trying to save the multiverse, but what if that's too limited? What if we could elevate it, create a new paradigm of existence itself? Zara's alien features contorted in concentration, a meta-reality. Not just infinite universes, but infinite types of infinity. Realities where the very laws of physics are mutable, where consciousness itself is a fundamental force. As they spoke, the space around them began to shift. The equations swirling in the void took on new forms, morphing into structures of impossible complexity. The quantum singularity, once a looming threat, now seemed to pulse in rhythm with their thoughts. The anthropic principle, Emily breathed, the concept crystallizing in her mind. The idea that the universe is fine-tuned for consciousness. But what if it's not just fine-tuned? What if consciousness itself is the tuner? The precursor's form expanded, enveloping them in a cosmos of pure information. You stand at the threshold of a new epoch. The power to shape reality has always been within you, within all sentient beings. We merely awakened what was always there. Zara turned to the two Emilys, her alien eyes filled with a very human emotion. Hope. Don't you see? We don't have to choose between order and chaos, between unity and diversity. We can transcend the very concept of duality. Future Emily smiled, the weight of countless timelines lifting from her shoulders. We can create a reality where every being is both individual and collective, where free will and determinism are not opposites, but complementary forces. A cosmic democracy, present Emily added, her voice filled with wonder. Where every consciousness, from the smallest quantum fluctuation to entire galaxies, has a say in the nature of existence. The quantum singularity began to change, its darkness giving way to a radiance that defied description. It was as if they were looking at the birth of a new universe, but one fundamentally different from anything that had come before. The anthropic revolution, Zara declared, giving name to the transformation unfolding before them. A reality shaped by the collective will of all conscious beings, yet allowing for infinite diversity and growth. As the three of them joined hands, their consciousnesses merging with the transformed singularity, they felt the barriers between self and other, between past and future, between possibility and actuality dissolve. They were no longer just Zara, Emily, and future Emily. They were conduits for the collective will of all sentient beings across every possible reality. The universe, no, the omniverse, shuddered with the impact of their choice. Existence itself was reborn, not as a fixed set of laws, but as an ever-evolving conscious entity. Every particle, every wave function, every thought became part of a vast, cosmic network of meaning and purpose. In this new reality, the void was not an enemy to be vanquished, but a canvas for creation. The precursors, their task complete, faded into the background of existence, their essence merging with a new cosmic order. As the anthropic revolution swept across all possible realities, its effects rippled backward and forward through time. On countless Earths, in numberless galaxies, beings of all kinds awakened to their true nature as co-creators of existence. The age of passive observation was over. The era of conscious cosmic evolution had begun. Zara, Emily, and future Emily, their individual selves both preserved and transcended, became the avatars of this new existence. They were the bridge between the infinite diversity of individual experiences and the unified purpose of the cosmic consciousness. In the heart of this new omniverse, a small blue planet orbited an unremarkable star. But now, its inhabitants were anything but unremarkable. Humanity, once limited by its physical form and planetary boundaries, now stood as the vanguard of a new kind of existence. Every human thought, every emotion, every dream became a brushstroke on the canvas of reality. The children of Earth looked up at the stars and saw not distant, unreachable points of light, but gateways to endless possibility. They reached out with minds unfettered by old limitations, shaping worlds, birthing galaxies, and weaving the very fabric of existence with their collective imagination. And yet, amidst this godlike power, the essence of humanity remained. For in this new reality, the greatest wonders were still found in the small moments, a lover's kiss, a child's laugh, the quiet contemplation of a beautiful sunset. These experiences, infinitely repeated and infinitely unique across the omniverse, were the true heartbeat of existence. As the story of the universe continued to unfold, written by the collective hand of all conscious beings, a simple truth emerged. Reality, in all its infinite complexity, was not something to be understood or conquered. It was something to be lived, to be cherished, and to be continuously co-created. The anthropic revolution was not an end, but a beginning. A new chapter in the endless story of existence, where every being, from the smallest quantum fluctuation to the grandest cosmic intelligence, had a voice and a choice in the ever-evolving narrative of reality itself. And somewhere, in the infinite fractal of existence, Zara and Emily smiled, their essences intertwined with the cosmic dance they had helped to create. Their journey had led them not to an ultimate answer, but to the ultimate question, a question that would drive the evolution of consciousness for eons to come. What kind of reality shall we create together?